Greetings, humans. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. Okay, so this one's up my alley. Today we're having a look at Within Progress with Hidden Wound. And since our channel is Within Progress, we can probably relate to this band. So, this is a Greek progressive rock / alternative metal band. They have one EP, it's called Oceans of Time, and it's brilliant. And then they also put out another single, which is called Need More. And I don't know if that will be on their debut album, off of which this song is as well, Hidden Wound. So this should be exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. I would say, based from what I've heard of them so far, I can hear Muse, I can hear Tool, I can hear some Caligula scores in their stuff. I did not think about any of those. I'm just thinking Within Progress. I really like this band, and I hope they have a new album coming. Greek Prog is the best. Yeah, I'm not wearing Greek Prog. Never mind. But yes, let's go. Okay, so he just dropped. So, real quick, and I'll let it go. I definitely hear the Tool. Did you hear those verses with that sort of gargly, burbly, squiggly bass?
I think I also kind of hear the Tool in the riffs, only it's like a more hefty, more dynamic Tool.
Yeah. And I also got a little bit amused with the fuzzy stuff in the beginning. It's very strong vocally, it's very strong visually. I don't want to sit for long, so
it's definitely,
I have thoughts.
It's definitely a step up production-wise.
Yeah,
big step up.
Yeah, and I think it's also very clever rhythmically.
I got the goosies.
Yeah, so this is Greek Prog. Let's go. Okay, I know you're thinking about the concept.
I have plenty of thoughts about what that video meant.
Yeah, but I want to go through the musical stuff first because that's harder to remember all the time.
Yes.
Props to the drums. All the sort of choppy stuff on the snare into this build up were fantastic. So I didn't pay that much attention to the drums all throughout the song, but it really sparked my interest with this build up. There were so many cool intricacies in there.
Okay, so drum wise, he's definitely got a lot of groove. I love when there are drummers that just throw in like basically around the skeleton rhythm, throw in a lot of details, a lot of ghosts, a lot of symbols, and just have this like really dynamic rotary feel in some way to the drums. And another shout out also for the drummer for the really clear Tool influence in the build up when you had those thundering toms. That's a typical Tool thing to do. And on the first part, I would say drums as well as riffs. What I really liked about them is they had the really clear rooted headbanging pace, but all the intricacies and syncopated stuff kind of throwing you off beat in between at the same time. So it was very energetic and engaging, but at the same time it's like, you're making me think. It's not just 3 notes in there. You're making me think, and there's a lot going on, and I gotta pay attention.
Yeah, it definitely takes you on a ride, and I think for such a short, compact song, it definitely had a lot of variety thrown in there. And it didn't seem to have a verse-chorus structure. I didn't catch on like hooks or anything like that. It's definitely something you have to come back to.
I think it may have been verse-chorus on the first part, but I'm not sure. And then we had a dip and the build-up, and I love that kind of song structure, and I love what they did with the dip and how they synced it with the video. So basically the first part was all jolty, and the guy was kind of having a seizure or something, and for me it relates a lot to anxiety. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but it is something I have dealt with, and the video is actually quite relatable. And then, I don't know, it's like every time after one of these seizures, I guess, attacks, whatever you want to call them, there's a dip of silence, but it's not like a tranquil silence, it's more like a psychotic silence. And then that's where you start having all sorts of negative or destructive realizations and start believing them as truth. And I think that's the representation of him like seeing himself in that really dark way in the mirror, and then you start believing that about yourself, and that's when you become that.
Okay, that's exactly the narrative I was going for. So you had him looking in the mirror, he was perfectly normal, but the guy in the mirror was like blue and creepy and had stripes on his face, and I guess stripes on his face are a symbol of being probably slightly psychopathic. And at the end, it sort of transferred onto the real him. So that was really cool. And I also want to root back to their influences, which I mentioned, Tool and Muse, because Tool definitely has a psychedelic feeling, which works with this concept.
And a lot of psychological concepts.
And early Muse as well. And they put those together cool with this sort of intense, creepy build-up. And also with the slightly electronic vibes and the aesthetic of the video with all the lights and angles and stuff. So, guys, it's like, no. Greece is definitely one of the strongest countries with prog. And these guys are so underground, I don't know if anybody knows anything about them.
Also, I think it's the most technical song I've heard for them. Tremendous musicianship. But I think that's enough for now. Let us know if you enjoyed Within Progress. Let us know if you enjoyed our reaction. Drop your suggestions below. And if you enjoyed this video, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpse is out.